All my life I've had a fascination with King Arthur. I even wrote my own screenplay about him once. The legend of a man who would always do the right thing, even if it meant sacrificing his own happiness. Well, that was a big draw for a kid trying to find himself. But behind Arthur was Merlin, the man who made him. Without Merlin, there would have been no King Arthur. So here's a question. How do people look at you and your business most of the time? As Arthur or as Merlin? You do the lion's share of the deep thinking. You solve incredible problems no one else can solve. You're amazing and everyone knows it. That's why they keep hiring you. But what if the very reason you can help someone is the reason you can't attract them in the first place? This is the story of a power couple who wanted to rent a cottage for a weekend getaway. They went online and looked at dozens of properties from Yelp to Airbnb. Many of them looked good, but one of them won by a landslide. Hi, I'm Steve Washer, and this is the 5-Minute Authority, the place to get your business story straight. Now, we'll get back to our power couple in a moment, but first let's consider the question of why you would even want to let go of being Arthur, of being that number one in the first place. Well, if you put yourself in your prospect's shoes, you'll notice that they feel a lot like yours. In other words, when they look in the mirror, your prospective client sees King Arthur staring back at him too. So if you want to reach the right people with the kind of help only you can offer, one way is to consider presenting as a helper and not a savior. Do you think King Arthur wanted Merlin to make all his decisions for him? Did he want Merlin to tell him what to do in battle? Did he want Merlin to approve of his new girlfriend, Jenny? No, none of that. What he wanted from Merlin was empowerment, so that he could become a better Arthur and fulfill his destiny. But this relationship did not happen all at once. Merlin had to demonstrate his ability to help Arthur, not by telling him what to think, but by teaching him how. And he did it by changing him into a beaver and a bobolink, as the song goes. Is that so out of tune with the content carousel, where you demonstrate your differences and help people see things from a higher perspective? Now, there's another side of Merlin that is less obvious, but just as important. Consider this. Arthur won his kingdom with Merlin at his side. When Merlin left him, Arthur lost his kingdom and Merlin lost his freedom. Not because Merlin was no longer advising Arthur, but because his very presence made a difference. That energy exchange was good for both of them. And it's not just Arthur and Merlin. Invisible coaching has happened throughout time. Napoleon had many advisors, but his wife Josephine was the one who was with him through his greatest successes. And the moment he threw her over for a younger woman who could give him an heir, he experienced horrible failure over and over again, and Josephine herself died soon after their divorce. Tiger Woods was famously coached by Hank Haney, who lent his energy to Tiger's astonishing string of successes, but all that ended on Thanksgiving in 2009 when Tiger's past caught up with him, causing Hank Haney's star to wane a bit as well. I believe that there are two distinctly different ways a business can help their clients. One is with good advice and good service, and the other is to just be present in a way that lets someone know you're in their corner, so that when they look in the mirror, they see Arthur after he lifted the sword from the stone, Napoleon after he was crowned emperor, or Tiger after his 4th master's victory. Oh, and the couple who was looking for a vacation rental, they chose the property that connected with them first, before piling on a bunch of generic features. As a power couple, the demands on you must be endless, your energy leaking away while you support the kids, your employees, and everyone else's problems. Recharge and rejuvenate in this warm, secluded Shangri-La, your every need fulfilled before you even know you have it. In other words, describe the couple as their best selves, then support that image with features and benefits that prove it. For some visible authorities, there's such a temptation to be Arthur, but the truth is, you're really Merlin. So go make some magic. I'm Steve Washer. See you next time on the 5 Minute Authority.